Welcome. Today we will see fluid flow simulation in 3D circular pipe using ANSYS workbench. So first one, open the ANSYS workbench. So first thing will be to draw a 3D object, and with this 3D object you have to proceed further. So first thing will be a fluid flow vent. I will select the geometry. So first one, design modeler, I will selecting. So I have to create a geometry of 3D circular pipe, and then I will to proceed. So respective axis, whatever you want, you can take. So I will select dimensions in centimeter through units. So this is my XY plane. I will go on to create the primitive, that is cylinder. Now see which one is X, which one is Y, and which one is Z. You can take this as a reference. So X is here, Y is here, and Z is here. So I want this object to be in Z direction. I am specifying the dimension in Z. So you can see the wireframe model over here. So this is I'll make it generate. Now in this case you are not able to see this object as a transparent one, so I will go for the option which is called as frozen. So now you can see inside of your object also. One more thing, what is important here, you can see one part, one body. Now we want a fluid which is flowing through the pipe. That's why you want to create this pipe as a hollow. So I'm going for this as a thin surface, so I will make it S and make it generate. Now this has been created as a hollow object. Now the computer doesn't understand which one is, where is the fluid is flowing, where the wall will be there. So accordingly we have to specify the fluid at the inside. So now what I will do here over here is go for the fill operation over here. So I will select this internal part, make it apply, and I will generate. Now earlier it was one part, one bodies, now it is two parts, two bodies. So second one, I will specify this as a fluid because we want to do analysis on fluid. So first one, this is solid wall, and second one it is a fluid. So this has been completed. So I'll just go on to save this work over here. Okay, we'll save with the different name. With a different folder, 3D pipe CFD. So we'll see it say here 3D pipe CFD. Save this one, 3D pipe. Okay, so this has been saved. Now you can open the next part which is related to mesh. You have to select either fine mesh, you have to select we say you can have coarse mesh also. So depending on we say how much size you are taking. Now at the present you will observe this is 0.1. So you can just go to the static once the mesh is being generated. So say I just make it update, so you will see some mesh has been generated. So 7920, quite low value. As far as the academic version is concerned, you can use it for 5,12,000. We can say number of node points. So I can increase this value to some higher value, 0.01. So we'll make it again update so that the mesh will be generated over here. So I'm taking the size so that it will not take much time, as computational time we want to reduce. So accordingly, now next thing will be to specify names. So here the computer doesn't understand which one is inlet and which one is outlet. So we have to specify inlet and outlet over there. So this will be my wall. So I'm selecting this as a wall. At the other end, I will specify this as a outlet. So first one I have specified inlet, then I have specified wall. Now I will specify as a outlet. So you can check out here also inlet, outlet, and wall. Now one more time I will make it update so that your message will appear. The mesh translation to fluent was successful. Now you can close the here and you can proceed for the next part. I will specify gravity, that is minus 9.81. As this is a horizontal pipe, doesn't bother much about gravity. Then model, I will keep as it is, nothing I will change with this one. I will just go with the material. In that material I will select water over here from the Fluent database. Here you can select water liquid, so make it copy, make it close. So close this one. I am not changing the solid also. Then cell zone condition, no such changes. In boundary condition I will specify at inlet some velocity. Say for example I will specify 2 meter per second. This is a velocity. Then make it apply. This one I will close. Then going to reference values, I will tell computer from where it's to start. It will compute from inlet in the fluid zone. Next thing, we'll go for the initialization. We say we will go for standard initialization. I will tell again computer from where it should start. I will say inlet. Then going for the calculation activities, I will specify the saving point over there. Then solution animation also you can set at what we can say, if you want to save the animation. So this is also one thing which can be done, otherwise you can skip also. So here go for the graphics. In that graphics select path line. Now which variable we are interested in? Velocity, velocity magnitude at inlet, outlet and wall. So specify that. Then you can just check it out the pulse also. So here if this is going forward, it means whatever you have done is correct. You can stop it. So this is the part which has been done. Going for the calculation. Now see, let's enter the number of iterations. Say for example it is 500. Now start the process. So this has been started. Depending on system configuration, it will take time. Once calculation is completed, the further processes can be done. So the message will appear here as calculation is complete. So depending on system configuration also depends on the size of mesh you have selected. The time required will be different for the different system. Now this is you are observing the iterations on x-axis over here. So the console window will show you the number of iterations which has been there. Additionally, you can set animation also, means the fluid flow behavior you can also check it out. Now here the calculation has been completed. So now you can just go back to setup and solution. If it is a right click, you can close the Fluent window. So now you can close the Fluent window. Once the Fluent window is closed, you can go back to workbench window again, and you can go for the last one, that is the result. Now what is in result? In result you will be able to plot the charts, as well as you will be able to see the conditions at the inlet, outlet. Now what we have to do is we will set some transparency over here so as to visualize the object properly. At outlet also I will specify the transparency over here, that is 0.9. Another thing, this is a wall, so this will also I will specify transparency at this point, that is equal to 0.9. And last one, a wall solid. So here also I am going to set transparency 0.9. So now the object is clearly visible. If you want to remove this wireframe, that can also be easily removed. Now next thing will be to analyze the things which we are interested in. So we are interested in a streamline, so I am selecting a streamline over here. So here I will select it from inlet. So it will start from inlet and it will go towards the outlet. Now there are 25 points which are selected. Accordingly this will be there. So this is a streamline which is on this side, and you can see this is a pipe over there. Now additionally few more things we will do. I will give some names over here. So I will specify let's say the file name. So specify fluid flow simulation in 3D circular pipe, fluid flow Okay, I have specified fluid flow simulation in 3D circular pipe. So where I want this to be, let's say for example central top. I will specify this one. Now the legend, whatever we have, we can either reduce the size of this legend as per uh, if you want this to be a fixed one, you can select the fixed one. You can take this up and down depending on the requirement which you have. Now let's see the run for this. Going to the animation, I'm going for the sweep animation here, streamline. I'll make it slow so that I can visualize everything. Now you can see the fluid particles which are moving over here. So this kind of simulation can be easily done with the help of we can say a fluid flow which is taking place through some pipe. Now what you will see initially at this point, all the fluid particles are straight, then some particles are moving ahead, some particles are left behind. So why this is so? At the central part we have less friction, and that's why the particles which are at the center are having comparatively higher velocity. They are subjected to less friction, and that's why the velocities at the center are more as compared to the other case.